How does n8n works? We have studied that n8n is a powerful and open source workflow automation tool that enable you to connect to various applications and automate tasks, extensive coding knowledge. And here is how it works. Number one, we have what we call nodes, and these are building blocks of workflow like these. Okay, these are building blocks of workflow. These are nodes. We call all of these nodes. Okay, and each node perform a specific task, such as sending an email, fetching a data from API, or transforming data. Just like when I start this, it gets all my videos, get all my music, get the codes, aggregate the videos, aggregate the music, generate names, generate paths, and workflows, which is the second one. We talk about the first one, which is the node. The second one is the workflow. The workflow is a series of connected nodes that define the sequence automatic tasks. So this is what we call the workflow. So let me show you a simple workflow now. This is a simple workflow. It's not like that simple workflow because this workflow has a brain. Okay, a simple workflow is let's say we just go here from this get these AI agents and then change this one to below and select a chat module. So I select GPT and what else do we do? What else do we do? This is a simple workflow. Okay, so I can select a chat trigger. Let's move this thing to a chat trigger. Can just you are an expert when it comes to roasting. So what we are going to do now is let me go here, system message. I'm going to turn this to system message. Okay, so roasting, just show you how it work, how does a workflow works. Okay, so I'm going to firstly start from here. So I'm going to type hello just to get a response so I can use it for my AI agent. Okay, let's see. So just connect here, and now let's test it. Hello.
Hello. So, like I said, this is how it works. This is just a simple workflow. You prompt it and it gives you some answer right here. Okay. So let's see the answer that is going to give you. Depends on or the time of each workflow. As you can see, oh, you want to be roasted? Well, but okay, because I want to turn it up like a microwave, like a woman person. So this is what I'm talking about. This is just a free workflow, and they have what we call a trigger. So trigger, this note initiates workflow based on specific events like receiving email and entry. So this is a trigger, like this is just a trigger, and we have different type of trigger. Okay, we have this is the list of trigger. We have the manual trigger, the trigger on events, the schedule trigger, the open webhook, form on submission. We also have the execute by another workflow. That means if the workflow is running the workflow. We have on chat, we have on, so this is when you receive a message and you're going to prompt it. I can connect this thing to my Telegram account, and whenever I message it, it's going to return the reply to Telegram. That is where I can build a Telegram chatbot in this simple workflow. Now we have what we call an action. After a trigger is activated, okay, the node carry out tasks such as data processing and sending notification or updating records on other applications. So when I input hello, it send it to the AI agent, and AI agent return information, data processing. It process it and return an information back to me. So this is how it works. So like I said, data move through workflow as an array of JSON objects. Okay, and each node process the incoming data and pass the result through the next node. Just like this, also incoming data pass straight through another node. We have this one. This is the brain, and this is the AI tool. This is the AI tool and a model, and this is the brain we are going to use because we can connect to multiple things right here. Okay, and this structure allows for complex data manipulation through and across various services. Okay, so creating a workflow. Now, we want to create a workflow. You just need to add a trigger. Okay, like I said, this is a trigger. So I'm going to delete this again and let us run it again. So if you want to create a workflow, is simply first thing you have to do is to creating a trigger. What kind of trigger do you would like to create? Is it a manual trigger, which it will run when you click on a button? I think we have the explanation right there. Or the one on schedule that you want to be running every day, every hours, or webhook, which you are receive using HTTP request, or the forms which if someone fill the form is going to respond, or when executed by another workflow. Like if another workflow finish, you are going to get going or on chat or others way. So for me, let's select on chat for now. So the thing is, when we chat this thing, there is my what's comment. So when you chat this thing, you want it to bring some of this. So this is a trigger node, and they are what we call an action node. Okay, this is an action node that transfer the flow of data. So as you can see, we have the action app like the Google Sheet and everything like that. So just want to build a simple AI agent, like I said. So the reason why I'm using DeepSeek is I'm unable to pay for the OpenAI, the get my card, for DeepSeek accept my card, and I do use Open Router sometimes. I use DeepSeek. I use what we call Google Gemini. Okay, so now these are simple workflow. This is a trigger and this is the action node. This one will trigger and this one is going to take an action and it's going to execute. And once your workflow is set up, you can execute it manually for texting or activating it to run automatically based on the trigger. Okay, I want you to be running every 1 hour. Okay, whenever I send this message, I would like this thing to wait for 2 seconds before it can receive the message. I can do it right now, like writing a timing to it. Okay, giving it the timing, send it and send it back. Okay, so let me just add a wait to it. So let me add a wait to it. So just for 5 seconds. So let me just create this one and boom, chaka boom. So this is an AI agent. Okay, so I'm just going to define it below, add the system message and send it back to chat node. They are not an equal assistance, but we are resting when it comes to us. So let us open this chat and say roast me like a baby. So let's try to do something. So it's going to wait for 5 seconds before it send that information to this team. Okay, so after it send that information, it's going to process it and send it back. Let us see the work that this thing is doing in background. So as you can see, it's executing the node. So this is the chat input. This is a JSON format. Okay, this is a JSON file. Okay, so as you can see, so this is the result, and the result is going to be inside this box. Oh, switcher, so much you walk right into the mouth of blah 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 like that. So you got confidence of a middleman. So that is it when it comes to workflow. The reason why I love workflow is that we have the n8n support, like over 250 integration, allow for custom APIs. Like if you add an API, you can build an app with this. You can build an app with this. And the thing about this thing is that it's an open source, because I'm running this thing on my you can see this is one of my URL and this is one on my local server. Both have their own advantage and disadvantages. Okay, when it comes to understand, when it comes to the creation and the community support, they are very vibrant. The community are very vibrant. You go to your community, if you have any error, they are going to reply to you. And by leveraging the n8n, you can streamline these repetitive tasks, integrate systems, and enhance productivities without time. I've built a lot and countless of APIs, and I even have a lot of I have a lot of APIs workflow on my PC. Like I build an API directories for most of these videos. Okay, like so every day when I wake up, all I'm thinking about is how to automate the tasks, how to automate the tasks, how to automate the tasks. They said that this word that normally said, leave the word, leave the hard work for the lazy people. They are not to think of a way to easily do the job. So this is a way. If you are lazy, this is a way you can do the job. Thanks for watching. I do have a nice day. Let's meet in the next module. You are going to love it.